Welcome back to Highfleet, where we're still in a very tense, very dangerous situation. I do have some good news. I was able to retreat at the end of the last video, which means that right now, the Rooster and the Starfish are still alive. They are just on the outskirts of Deer, where they've managed to disengage from combat with the Archangel. They have a top speed of 443 kilometers an hour. The Rooster has 1 morale, which means the fleet, unless it gets into combat, will stay under my control. As long as we can outrun the Archangel and get them to safety, they will survive. Now, what I can do is I can get them to meet up with the Sleepy Pupper, or meet up with the Patrick if I fully fuel it, and then they can limp back together to the City of the Hidden People or to Ashkelon for repairs. Now, I have made a lot of noise, so I'm a bit wary about heading to Ashkelon. Just in case something's moved in, I might just get into the City of the People that I know is definitely safe rather than taking the risk on a city that should be safe. I've made that mistake before in the past, and it's cost me dearly, and I can't afford to take risks with this fleet. So what I'm going to do is I've got a fully fueled Patrick here. I'm going to get it to intercept this fleet. I'm going to tell this fleet to fly to the City of the Hidden People, and hopefully they're going to make it. All that is here is an Archangel, and I don't think it's fast enough to intercept them. That's all I care about right now. Yes, there is a strike fleet here in Darut. We'll deal with that when we can. We do have to bear in mind... Oh, that's going to annoy me, as usual. We do have to bear in mind that we only have 11 planes left. So we've really gone through the planes that we have in our fleet. We're running a bit low on them. But for now, let's just get this ship to turn, these 2 ships to turn around and get them home so that we can recover them for our fleet. I'm going to zoom in so I can keep an eye on what happens here. Fingers crossed they can outrun the Archangel. Here we go.
Attention, visual contact.
The good news is the Archangel needs to take off, which means it can't move very fast until it gets up to speed. And at 440 odd kilometers per hour, they should be able to outrun it. It is getting up to speed, but its top speed is 142. And as you can see, they are leaving it in the dust. As soon as we get them out of range, we should be okay. The other interesting thing is the enemy doesn't seem to have called in our location. We still have flags here and here from when we last had encounters, but not over here. So I'm not sure what the enemy is going to be doing in terms of finding us. Now, our main fleet has just landed at the City of the Hidden People. So I'm just going to order some fuel. Let's just get everything fully fueled. That costs a lot of money, but we need to spend it. I would like to repair the Tyrannus. I don't think we've got the parts to fully repair it here. There are no fuel tanks, so if I do order a repair, we're looking at 30 hours of repairs for 3,000 credits. But what I can do is cancel a lot of this. I'm just not sure. I'd maybe rather get it to Ashkelon to repair it. The big problem is I can't land it right now, because if I cancel the repair, we've got no landing gear. I could do something like this and then just get a piece in here to repair this leg. That'll take just over 9 hours, and then I can land it, and it won't take quite so long to repair. If I just grabbed, I don't have any chassis pieces here. If I just grab okay those repairs, and then I grab a piece like this, slot it in there, that will fuel this leg. That's going to take 10 hours and cost 500 credits, and then we can repair the rest of the ship. It's not ideal, but let's go with that. And let's get this fleet to safety. All we need to do is not run afoul of anything like a missile or an aircraft, and we should be okay. I don't think the enemy know that we're in the City of the Hidden People in the middle of this area, but they do know that we're operating around it. The other thing we need to do is get our air fleet back in the air. I want to finish the strike fleet off as early as possible. Just while we're waiting, let's take stock of what our Tarkans can do. Pyotr can speed repairs up. We're going to need that in a second. We can get one more lot of funds from the Prince. I'd rather not do that right now. We can get intel from the pirates. We can get support, which is more ships. I think I'm going to have to ask for this at this point. We can also ask for funds from Duchess Ishii, and we can get some shelter, which means we can find the location of hidden cities from these pirates. Whew, there's a lot going on. Okay, these guys, now they've intercepted, have no destination, but we can just order them here. Did I not order... I didn't order the... I thought I'd order the Patrick to come and pick them up. I hadn't actually done that. Oh, actually, I don't think the Patrick has enough fuel to get back if I do that. Let's just top up the fuel on the Patrick. He hasn't come back yet. Sorry. Need to do a little bit of juggling. I want to make sure I've got enough fuel to do what I want to do. Okay, Patrick. don't want to send it out without enough fuel to bring them back.
Roger that. Godspeed.
I wonder if when they're sitting in the desert, their morale will tick up. I think it only ticks up when they're in dock, when they can actually get some R&R. Rooster is going to be very interesting to land. I don't want to bother just landing the landing gear. I want to get it on the ground. What I really want to do actually is get it to Ashkelon. Is it worth just driving the whole thing to Ashkelon? If I fuel up the starfish and send it over, that might be what I want to do. Maybe wait until it's got some morale. Because it'll lose one. If there is something there, it'll lose one morale straight away. So if I wait till it's got 2 morale and then send it over, that might be the best thing to do. I'm glad that I sorted that out because there's just enough fuel to get into the City of the Hidden People. No retaliation has hit us. The Archangel has not followed us into the desert, so that's good. We know that Deer is a pretty easy hit. What we could actually do if we wanted to is send out the Collingwood with a tanker to take Deer, which I might actually do, just to get revenge. But let's wait until we've got the starfish back at base. Wow, I can't believe we've managed to recover the Rooster. That is an unbelievable result for us, because we still have a fighting ship. Okay. If I land the Rooster, first of all I'm going to land it. So let's see if I can. Oh, it has landing gear. Shouldn't be too hard to land then. The best we've got here is a 101 dock over there.
Beginning final approach.
Oh, it's very top heavy. Very bottom heavy, sorry.
500 meters. 300 meters.
We also have very little fuel. This is impossible. Oh, this is so hard to fly.
Fuel 50%.
Come on, Rooster. Come on.
Fuel 30%. 100 meters. Everyone get ready. Fuel 20%. Touchdown confirmed.
No! I needed that leg.
Structural damage received. Fuel 10%.
You know what? I think I'll take it. Okay, we've got 100% repair speed increase. We can fully repair the ship in 45 hours. It's not ideal, but let's get the order done. It's only cost 6,000 credits. The starfish doesn't have a leg right now. If I repair it in the sky, it's going to take 88 hours. So much time. I can't afford that. We're already looking at 45 hours of repair time as it is. Let's get the Rooster repaired. It needs to rest anyway to recover morale. The starfish will repair when we get a chance. Let's look at, if I take the Patrick and the Collingwood, fully fuel them, they can't get to Deer. So I'm going to have to take one of the tankers, we're probably not going to take the Frankston. At the moment, the Crazy Horse isn't really much more than a tanker because I don't have any planes on it, really. We have enough fuel to get to Deer, but not return. I think the Collingwood can take the Archangel that's here. So let's do it. I want to keep taking territory. I don't want to be sitting idle while these repairs are going on. So let's just fast forward while this goes on. It's going to reset the silent strike alarm. I'm not really that worried. I want to distract the enemy from the City of the Hidden People as much as possible. I don't really see the point in detaching the Collingwood from the... I actually think I've not clicked on the city. Yeah, I hadn't clicked on the city. I don't really see the point in detaching the Collingwood because it's so slow. And we've got an 88% sudden strike probability anyway, so we may be able to get away with it. Let's see what happens. Got a radio signal. I'm still really not in the mood to decipher these. Oh, I thought I'd clicked up the auto intercept button. I apologize, Piotr. Yeah, it's just an encrypted message. Let's see what happens with our sudden strike. We have hit visual range of the city. They have not declared our presence to the enemy. We might actually be able to take this quietly without setting off another alarm. We're just going to hurry up a little bit. It's getting very tight. I don't know. They declared our presence before we landed. I do not want to send the Crazy Horse in first. High explosive. We might as well use incendiary rounds. Do we want to use... How many of these do I have? I've got 62 laser guided rounds. Do I want to use them against the Archangel or do I want to keep them for bigger fleets? I think I want to keep them. Let's go with some incendiary rounds. I've only got 5. Let's try them out. We've got 5 incendiary rounds. We'll fire them to the Archangel and then we'll switch to our HE rounds, which if we attack from below, we should be able to take this guy out. We also have our Palash mounted on this ship. I don't know if I made a big noise about that last time, but we did. We have actually upgraded this ship to have Palash, now that Palash reloads for the player in patch 1.15. I've been experimenting with incendiary rounds in the shipbuilder, and I think they're much better than I think they are. Big ships like this just catch fire really quickly. I honestly don't think this fight's going to take very long, but this is revenge for the Deserski. There we go. No damage taken. Palash did its job. Okay. Revenge is sweet. Unfortunately, they reported our presence, so the enemy know we're here. We've got 2 Vermpools. Survivors, captain's cabin, crew cabins, ammunition. Let's grab the ammo. We're just going to have to do a loot and scoot here. Grab what we can, buy what we can from the city, and get back out again. We need to make sure we've got enough fuel to get back as well, so we definitely need to loot the fuel after we've done the ammunition. Nothing else is really going on, so we just pay attention to this right now. We lost the survivors. We lost some more kindness. Our kindness is completely in the tank, so I don't really care too much about it. We'll grab this Vermpool as well. Or should we search the crew cabins? We'll see if we can search the crew cabins after we grab the Vermpool. There'll be a little bit of money to make. Not really enough fuel to get us very far, but it is better than no fuel. Makes us a bit of money. We'll just fast forward through this. We'll search the crew cabins. We've got an Empire Cross. If we do happen to encounter another Tarkan, we'll maybe make use of it. Oh, we actually... Oh, no. This event is not what I want to deal with right now. Because the sun has gone away, it's getting cold. After landing, Pyotr Ignatovich asks to speak with you in private. Mark, he says quietly, we don't have nearly enough warm clothing in the squadron. I ordered all crewmen on duty to be given high-altitude suits, but we only have so many, and I fear that we'll soon need warm clothing for every last one of us. Pyotr glances somberly at the city. We ought to acquire as much warm clothing as we can from the locals, while we still can. So last time when we did Full Faith, I'm pretty sure we purchased the clothing. Now, we have the money to purchase the clothing, but we are absolute assholes in this playthrough, and our kindness is already through the floor. I'm thinking if we do that, we can no longer afford to be Silver Pyotr, send in the troops. I think the city is going to close its gate to us, which means we're not going to be able to buy anything. I think I'm going to purchase this stuff because I want to be able to continue using the city. It's going to be very expensive, but I think we can absorb the cost. Spending profit, the merchants jacked the prices. The fools had no idea what was coming. Wool robes are soon distributed among the crew, along with Pyotr's orders to wear them over uniforms. It takes the men a while to stop choking back laughter every time they see each other, but nobody on duty complains about the cold anymore. 5,000 gold, it's fine. Plus 5 fleet morale is exactly what I need right now. Alright, let's get enough fuel to get back to the city of the 100 people. I don't need to go much further than that. What have we got for sale here? Are those 250 kilogram bombs I see? Well, we'll be buying all of those. We also got 130 proxies. We actually need 130 proxies. No, we got a lot of 130 proxies. 130 laser guided. I'll grab all of that. What else have we got? Nothing else for sale here. In the shipworks, what is for sale? Anything useful? No fuel tanks, because I do need fuel tanks. No, there's no fuel tanks for sale. Let's sell this Vermpool, make back a little bit of the money. So, at the end of our last episode, even though things were looking bad, I was pretty certain that we were flush with cash. We now have no money again. But that's what Hardmode is. It's highs and lows in terms of money. Now, we can scan for enemies. Let's definitely make sure there are no more strike fleets. We just detected where Pamir is. So they are moving to Ashod. But it looks like, if we look at their route, they might be heading to Deir. That's an interesting route they're taking. They may fly over the city of the hidden people. Any other tactical groups? Okay. There's a missile carrier group at Ashkelon. Well, that's very dangerous. We should have planes available to us again. And we just bought a whole ton of 250 kilogram bombs. I think I'll do a rocket strike on this remaining, what's left of the strike group, just to see what we can do. And as soon as these guys have refueled, we'll get them out of here. There's a good chance this has already launched missiles at us. So we've got to hope that the Collingwood can keep us alive until the refueling is complete. I'm going to launch them as soon as they can reach the city of the hidden people. I feel like these planes are flying very slowly, doesn't it? Even though they're traveling at 1,260 kilometers per hour. Yeah, haven't found the strike group. Oh, they haven't reached it yet. In 40 minutes, it shouldn't have moved on very far. Top speed is 117 kilometers per hour. Okay, it's obviously not what we thought it was. It'll be down here somewhere. There it is. Yeah, they've automatically retasked, which is great. All right, let's hit the strike group. There's still a lot of ships left in it. We didn't do that much damage to it last time.
The enemy has been destroyed.
Oh, I didn't see that sprint come in, but we actually managed to not lose the ship, which is pretty impressive. He just tanked an anti-air missile to the face. I think there was only one plane in that attack group, so that was fine. Just gonna remember to actually hit retreat. I was just excited that we managed to destroy another tender. This is the last strike group, for certain. Just get ready to retreat if we see any sprints coming in. So this fleet here, I want you to come back in and attack with your last 6 missiles. And I'll get them to attack again with their last 6 missiles as well, rather than doing a second strike and getting hit by anti-aircraft fire. Just screw fighting this strike fleet with what I have available to me right now. I can't face this straight on. So that's this fleet here. Not this fleet, this air attack wing here. Okay, they're coming with their remaining 6 missiles. Only hit with 3 of them, I think. It's a bit disappointing that you're missing with rockets at this range against targets so big, but I understand. It's probably pretty scary doing an attack run on these guys. We've got 24 missiles coming in on this attack run. It'd be good if we took out at least one more of these ships. That was a great barrage, but unfortunately they didn't manage to destroy it. It is on fire. Looks like they've completely caved in the top of the ship. We should be able to hit the fuel tank on the next attack run. I wonder if I should be launching these as single plane at a time, just because I think I'm overkilling missiles and they're actually like they're not doing their full amount of work. I think you're the one I want to come in here. Oh, they decided to change targets. On fire and ammo explosion, that's what I'd like to see. Okay, that's all of the main attacks done. I'm just going to order all of these planes to attack again, just to make sure that everyone has emptied their magazines. There will be at least one of these that's empty. You've got 6 missiles left. Different target again. Got a sprint though. That's something. If we decide to launch missiles at these guys, we can take them out. Next plane. No missiles. Yeah, the game's automatically retreated then. That's fine. And the next one has 6 missiles left. We're not going to get a kill, unfortunately. Now, what I have done is I've pretty much sandpapered all the armor off the top of these, so we should be able to do a bombing run next time with 250 kilogram bombs and start ticking these guys out. Especially now that the lighter ones have been destroyed. The ones that can actually dodge the bombs. Cool. Alright. Not the most exciting set of airstrikes I've ever done, but most of them hit. We did significant damage to the enemy, and they can't repair while they're in the air. Which rhymes. So that's all of our planes coming back. We do also need to remember that we have 2 planes here in Deer, which can't take part in that attack run. So maybe once we get into the city, they can be... Actually, what is that? No, I didn't mean to do that. What is the range on our planes? Do we actually have enough range to get them? I doubt we do. Farther than to go 250 kilogram bombs. They've almost got enough range. That's really impressive. Let's just wait until they're able to fly back. I'll fast forward a little bit. You fly back to civilian people. I would like to intercept them before they get to a shot and repair, but we're probably not going to be able to. I'm glad that we didn't take any missiles from the fleet at Ashkelon as well. That would have been quite bad. How are repairs going? So the Rooster's back up to 7 morale. It's got 30 hours left to repair. I obviously haven't ordered any repairs on the Starfish. The Starfish will repair damaged components just while it is in port, but it'll do so at a very slow speed. The Tyrannus is still repairing as well. Let's unpause the game. We'll just fast forward a little bit. Now I can probably launch planes from here. If I want to, yeah I can. Let's just order them to about here. And I'll do these in 2 separate attack runs. Just see what we can find. I would like to try and do some damage to this fleet while I can. It's going to be a while before the rest of the planes are available. I think it takes about 12 hours if I remember correctly. They do have enough fuel. It's okay, Piotr. You're very cautious with the amount of fuel you use. You know that? Okay, there is an enemy flag there now. So that is our last known location to the enemy. I think I want you here, and I want you here, just to make sure we do find this fleet. If the planes turn back on their own, it means they're not going to have enough fuel they've hit the point of no return in terms of fuel. I can't interrupt them, or they will crash into the desert. And I think what I discovered last time as well is they have to return to their mothership. They can't just return to any aircraft carrier, which is awkward when you've got multiple carriers in your fleet. Alright, we may have a sprint coming out here because it's a new engagement. Fingers crossed that this bomb does something.
Target destroyed.
Nice. Well, that's a huge swing in power. Let's hope the second one can be as equally destructive. I would like it to hit this ship here, not one of the two Negevs. The best thing about this is it isn't updating the silent strike alarm when we're doing these strikes. Fantastic. It's exactly what I want to see right now. Okay, that strike fleet is down to 2 ships. It's getting to the stage where the Collingwood could take it out. But I think I'll continue my bombing runs while I can.
Warning, radar emission detected.
Okay, we've got a radar emission being detected from here at 3:30, which means something in Gallade has potentially taken off, or maybe in Karama. That's all I know at the moment. I could go and investigate it with the Howler, but I don't really want to. I want my silent strike alarm to die out. For now, we'll just keep an eye on it. We're definitely nowhere near being able to launch fighters. No. That's okay. Just keep an eye on that Elent 1. Whew. I'm a little bit frustrated about how cautious I'm having to be right now. I think once I've taken out this strike fleet, I can hit Derut. We'll probably send the Rooster and the Collingwood together so that one can mop up for the other. And that's how we're going to progress from there. But we have to wait for these repairs to complete, which are going to take some time. Now, we don't have a lot of money. I think I'm not going to actually refuel anymore. We'll just take the fuel that's here.
Radar emission detected.
We're now picking up an Elent at 120 from Ashod. So I think what's happened is the strike fleet has landed... one of two things has happened here. Either the strike fleet has landed at Ashod, and by doing so has been able to begin repairs and has repaired the radar that I destroyed, or something else has joined the fleet at Ashod that has radar, which means it could be a very heavily defended prize fleet, or it could be something like a missile launcher fleet. For now, I can't find out what's there without giving myself away, which I don't want to do right now. We're going to launch planes as soon as we can. That's really my primary goal right now. I can't really do too much until we can. We've got a radio signal coming in. I really don't care. Yep, that's just another one to add to the stack that we're picking up here. I am fast forwarding, but I don't want to fast forward too much. This is an Elent 2 now. Coming in from 300, so I think it is in the range of Gallade. Let's just check our plane situation. Aircraft are still not ready. We've still got 29 hours of repairs left. Got another radio signal. I'm just going to ignore it. Okay, we've got planes online. Let's send out a couple of single plane bombing runs to Ashod just to see what mischief we can get up to. I'm just going to send out 3. I don't want to send too many, and we'll see how they go. I'm just going to clear this. Yep, I know Alice, she wants to speak to me. Okay. Let's see if the strike fleet is still at a shot, and if it has been joined by anything. Oh, they're not here. What was our Elent signal saying they were in? We've lost them on Elent as well. Well, let's send one plane down here, and we'll get one plane to fly this way. And just in case, we'll get this plane to fly this way. In general, fleets will always fly along, in general, they'll fly along or near these trade routes. How can a fleet just disappear like that? Well, that is very strange. You might as well hit this fleet here. If you've got the fuel for it. You probably don't. But I have lost that strike fleet. Which isn't good news. Unless they're well on their way along to Ashkelon. I did spin my wheels for 12 hours. I don't think they make that much distance in 12 hours, though. They're nowhere along this route at all. At least nowhere within visual range of the actual route. Which, for me, means they may as well be lost forever. They've also... I'm really not sure what happened there. Didn't manage to destroy him, sadly. Plane got away fine, though. I just decided to attack this fleet because I already had the planes in the air. Well, that was some worrying music for a second, wasn't it? That's the, like, you've been detected, you're about to die music.
Warning, radar emission detected.
Got a radar emission at 30 now. So something around Uruk or Golgobaz has taken off. What is... Some really interesting radar situations going on right now.
The enemy has been destroyed.
Okay, that's one of the ships down. Maybe he's going to launch another couple of fighters to just wipe this fleet out. We'll use the 100 kilogram bombs on them since they're not armored. I just want to see what this one manages to destroy. They're in the air now. Which means they'll be a lot harder to hit, actually. Yeah, that's alright. We're done with attacking this fleet for now. We'll wait for the silent strike alarm to wear off again. Puzzling. Puts me in an awkward position in terms of moving forward because I don't know where the enemy is. Where did you go? How long ago did we see you? 8 hours. You're traveling at roughly 100 kilometers per hour. So they've traveled roughly 800 kilometers if they didn't land in Ashod to repair. Did they head back up to Darut? Are they crossing the desert somewhere? Very strange. And we had that weird radar ping for a second as well. The Rooster is still very far from being ready to fight. As soon as it is, we're going to take it up and take Darut. I'm just going to fast forward through this. 17 hours left. We've got a ELINT detection at 0 now, so something is moving around up here. I wonder if they've come back north and are coming around this way. That's all I can think that's happened, is the strike fleet's changed its direction. 5 hours of repairs left. Actually, it looks like the Rooster might be fully repaired. The Rooster is fully repaired. Okay, I'm going to send the Rooster, the Collingwood, and it's going to have to be the Crazy Horse to have enough fuel to Darut to capture this territory, and that's where we're going to end the video.
Roger that. Godspeed.
I know that the Tyrannus and the Sleepy Pupper, sorry, is it Starfish? Yeah, the Starfish still need repairs, but for now I can't really afford to give them the repairs that they need. Let's just wait for this fleet to hit Darut. We've got an 88% chance of silent strike. I'm honestly not that positive on it. Another radio signal. I'm not really interested in my radio intercepts right now. Okay, they've picked us up.
Attention.
Incoming missiles. So is the strike fleet here? Oh, we're flying the Tyrannus right now. And that's the Collingwood, probably destroyed. No, he managed, looks like he's weathered it pretty well. We've lost a little bit of side armor. Wasn't really expecting to hit a missile there. Unfortunately, it's putting us in charge of the wrong ship. And we're not using proxies to defend either, which is annoying. Well, there's something in Darut that I want to hit.
Visual contact.
Oh, really? Is that the strike fleet? Or is this a different strike fleet? Let's find out. Fingers crossed there's only one ship in this fleet. Okay. Let's fight a strike fleet. Where is the enemy? This will be a bit harder to do. These laser guided rounds are insane. Ouch, did not want to take that hit. Taking hits I don't need to here. Oh, so many hits I don't need. There's fire. Okay, he's dead. Didn't really need to take those hits, but I think we're okay. Well, that's the last strike fleet destroyed. I don't know if that was the right decision to attack them or not, especially for the missile hits we took. Oh, the Collingwood got a promotion. Let's get veteran pilot. What was an MP404 here? Well, we're in landing distance of Darut, which is an enemy town we still need to take, but we have just destroyed the last strike fleet, so they headed north. Wow, I didn't expect them to head north. But let's leave this as it is for now. This episode has been going on for long enough. We are in a little bit of an awkward state. I know we didn't take a lot of ground this episode, but we did get revenge on the Dezersky. The Rooster is back in action as a combat ship. The Collingwood took a bit of a hit there, but honestly, it's mostly superficial damage. We need to make sure we attack the enemy on the left-hand side of the ship. And we'll take Darut in the next episode, and then we'll wait for the Silent Strike Alarm to go down again, and we'll take Gallade. From Gallade, we'll move north to Asan. From Asan, we'll move to Hattusa, and from Hattusa, we'll take Kiva. We're not that far. I'm hoping to make some leaps and bounds. What I may do next episode is ask for support, get some more ships in the fleet. In fact, I'm tempted to ask for support now and then come up with a design for the ship I want to build. What do you think? Should we ask for a ship and rebuild it or go with what we've got? Let me know in the comments. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're still enjoying Highfleet, and I'll catch you in the next video.